Stand by.
Live from 12 Studios, this is News 12 at 10.
Multiple tornadoes tore through parts of Texoma last night. A look at some of the damage left behind. In New York, still the epicenter of the COVID-19 outbreak in the nation, how a woman from Texoma is helping on the front lines. A Texoma radio station holds its first ever on-air fundraiser. How much they raised and who that money is going to help. Welcome to News 12 at 10. I'm Meredith McCown. 2 tornadoes hit Lamar County last night, along with at least one in Fannin County. The National Weather Service rated the Lamar County tornadoes as an EF1 and EF2. Emergency management says there were no reported injuries or major damage there. In Fannin County, an EF2 tornado knocked down several trees and ripped the majority off of a roof on a home on FM 273. One person was injured. Officials are still assessing damage in the county. The NWS says it's looking at some possible additional tornadoes that happened last night in other parts of Fannin County. A different setting today in Texoma with sunshine and blue skies and more in store for tomorrow. Tom Hill is standing by in the Weather Center with a look at when we could see severe weather next time.
Well, we will see some severe weather, but we're going to enjoy some nice weather, at least for the next day or two. Here is our sunset, and with the sunset, we've started to see the winds relax just a tiny bit. Tower Cam sponsored by Blackbeard Marine. And high temperatures today, we warmed up nicely because the air was drier. We were up to around an average of 75 degrees. That's only 1 degree below normal for this time of year. And as for taking a look at the winds right now, many places we've already gone calm. So what's that mean for our morning low
10
temperatures?
seconds.
Well, we'll tumble to at least 50 degrees, some of us possibly colder. And tomorrow we're going to be moving into the upper 70s.
You can wrap.
And then we've got that chance of stormy weather coming. We'll talk about that next.
Things up.
All right, thank you, Tom. Officials are reporting 12 new COVID-19 cases in Texoma. There is 1 new case in Stevens County, bringing its total to 20. Lamar County is reporting 11 new cases, making that 19 cases there. Lamar County health officials say 12 of those 19 cases are community spread. These cases bring the total to 135 positive COVID-19 cases and 3 deaths across Texoma. With the number of confirmed coronavirus cases heading towards 3 million worldwide, the death toll has passed the 200,000 mark. Danya Bacchus has the latest from Los Angeles.
With the temperature reaching into the 60s, New Yorkers tired of staying indoors flock to Central Park and other scenic spots around the city.
Minute and a half standard out queue.
Stay-at-home order runs until May 15th. He says the number of new coronavirus cases in the nation's hardest hit state remains too high, but is moving in the right direction.
I mean, this crazy reality with 1,100 new cases be relatively good news.
As many as 1 in 5 New Yorkers may have been infected, according to preliminary results of antibody testing. But the World Health Organization says there is no evidence that people who have recovered from COVID-19 and have antibodies are protected from being reinfected. The WHO cautioned governments that may be looking at so-called immunity passports that would let people travel or return to work. In Georgia, where businesses such as gyms and hair salons were allowed to reopen Friday, safety was on the minds of many.
We are checking temperatures, we're making sure that clients fill out a questionnaire before we perform any type of services on them.
Here in Southern California, a late spring heat wave has arrived, but beaches remain closed due to coronavirus restrictions.
Orange and Ventura County beaches are open with some social distancing rules in place.
I think it's okay to open up and let us come to the beaches and take walks and just keep our distance.
Stand by.
And San Franciscans sang their hearts out all around the city by the bay in a tribute to healthcare workers and first responders. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A Denison High School graduate is now fighting in the front lines as a nurse in New York. She shared her first-hand experiences with News 12's Emily Tabor.
Just to see the people be able to, like the ones who are recovering.
Minute and a half standard out queue.
Brittany Hall doesn't consider herself a superhero.
I'm just somebody who cared for people like my whole life, and so this is just like, I think it's just my calling. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
She always knew she wanted to save lives.
My mom is a nurse, my grandparents are nurses, my aunt is a nurse, so it's kind of just in our blood.
But in today's health crisis, being a nurse takes on a new meaning.
I take care of COVID patients. Them being in the hospital for, 2 weeks and minimum to maybe like a month. And then getting to see them walk out is like the best thing ever.
Paul is a 2007 graduate of Denison High School and graduated as a registered nurse in 2016. She lives in Houston, but moved to New York earlier this month to help.
The nurses, we're making it day by day. We're staying in hotels. They do provide us with the proper PPE, so we're good there. But just continue prayers for us, lots of them.
She says the long hours working straight through the day isn't even the hardest part.
The patients not being able to have communication with their family is tough. I've cried a couple of times, but, I'll get through it. They're going to get through it.
Paul urges the Texoma community she calls home to continue stopping the spread of the virus.
Even though they're getting ready to go lift the order, like if you don't have to go out,
10 seconds.
Please don't do it. And if you do, just wear, the proper, wear a face mask and hand washing. Like that's the big
Stand by.
deal.
Reporting in Denison, Emily Tabor, News 12.
A Texoma radio station teamed up with a food pantry to raise funds in the first ever Radiothon fundraiser. News 12's Joe Valdez shares how KMAD Radio plans to keep Medill strong.
Texoma Country 98.7 FM. I'm KMAD with a day of caring, day of hope here in Marshall County. I'm Sam Jordan. I may not know everybody in this county yet, but I tell you what, the people that I've met so far have got a heart of gold.
For 6 hours on Saturday, KMAD Radio gave
standard out
airtime
cue.
to Hope for Marshall County Food Pantry during the first ever Texoma Radiothon fundraiser.
We're trying to make sure that we're trying to do as much good and trying to help our neighbors. It's neighbors helping neighbors. And, I'm more than willing to give them my airtime.
The pantry was just getting by with their food selection. So, KMAD radio host Sam Jordan says the idea was to help them. Then on Wednesday, he realized how much of an impact the fundraiser would have.
We were ready to go, and then all of a sudden on Wednesday, the tornado came through and tore up a lot of homes and affected a lot of people. And
Hope from Marshall County aimed to hit $10,000, and by 3 o'clock, they had reached and exceeded their goal.
We get more out of giving than what you can get out of receiving.
The vice chair with the pantry, Patty Sparland, says donations came in from all over.
It's a fun thing to do because it just
30 seconds
plays with your heartstrings. It's good.
Even though the fundraiser is over, donations are always accepted at Hope for Marshall County Food Pantry on Elizabeth Boulevard in Oakland.
We have an obligation to help one another, not only through the scriptures, but just in humanity all together by itself.
In Medill,
Stand by.
Valdez, News 12.
Take it.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's whereabouts is deepening. I'm Jackie Heinrich in New York. Could new reports about his health hold some clues?
They fade to black, roll commercials, checking, and they rolled. Stand by.
Medical mystery surrounding Kim Jong-un following a roughly 2-week absence by one of the world's most secretive leaders. Conflicting reports pointing to the unclear status of his health. While no major news organizations are reporting it, there are some media outlets going as far as suggesting he's dead. Fox News correspondent Jackie Heinrich has details.
Growing mystery surrounding the health and whereabouts of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Well, quite simply, we don't know. As you point out, we've had rumors. Everything from he's dead, he's brain dead.
New unconfirmed reports by a Japanese magazine claims Kim is in a vegetative state following major cardiac surgery in
Standard
April.
out cue,
Citing an
about a
unnamed
minute and
member
15.
of Kim's medical team, the report says the operation was botched because the surgeon was nervous and had shaky hands. But with conflicting reports about Kim's condition, a separate Reuters report says China sent a team of medical experts to examine the leader. Meanwhile, a train possibly belonging to Kim was spotted in a resort town. Satellite images showing the train parked at a station reserved for the Kim family. Some speculating he may be sheltering in place during the coronavirus pandemic.
He may have evacuated himself to the wonton simply to avoid being infected by COVID. The Chinese medical team may be there to deal with COVID, or if Kim has COVID, or others around him.
Kim, who is estimated to be in his mid to late 30s, is a heavy smoker with respiratory and heart problems. Rumors surrounding his inability to run the country prompting speculation about who would take over.
We're speculating that his sister may be the next leader. Up until a few years ago, everyone would have thought that a strict Confucian Korean culture wouldn't allow a woman leader. But in the last couple of years, she's gained power, she's gained authority.
Sources tell Fox News the White House has no definitive information on Kim, but say Kim missing Saturday's Army Day celebration is significant. In New York, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
Take it. Tom is up.
And we've got some nice weather heading up to this. Now, it may not look like much, but we'll talk about that next.
Fade to black, roll commercials, checking, and they rolled.